Hey everyone, welcome back to MetalDisciple.com's 365 Days of Metal. My name is George, and this is day 217. Today I continue delving back into the new wave of British heavy metal. Today's band is probably one of the biggest names from the scene that never broke huge like Maiden or Priest. Yet, throughout all these years, they've never been long idle since releasing their first album in 1979. This is Saxon and their 1981 fourth album, Denim and Leather. I've got to admit that back when I was first getting into metal in the early 80s, when I heard Saxon, and for that matter most of the new wave of British heavy metal bands, I wasn't real impressed. Compared with all the thrash coming out at the time, these bands just sounded thin and kind of weak. Well, we're all young and stupid for a while, right? It actually took me a number of years to make my way back and rediscover these classic bands. But now that I have a better handle on the importance and context of the bands from this era, I find myself much more able to enjoy them. I feel like I mention it all the time, but I'm way into vinyl these days, and I love picking up stuff from these new wave of British heavy metal bands. It feels like the right way to listen to them. Saxon are easily one of the most consistent, prolific, and underrated metal bands around. Earlier this year, they released their 20th album. That's just studio albums. That doesn't even count live albums and compilations. I chose Denim and Leather today because I felt like it was a good place to start if you're trying to get into the band. The song Denim and Leather is probably the song I hear the most when they come up on XM radio. So, it just seemed to make sense to me. I could have gone Wheels of Steel, but whatever. Check out today's playlist to hear some songs from the mighty Saxon. I'll be back tomorrow with more from the new wave of British heavy metal. Take it easy.